Fourth argument is from degrees of perfection. This argument has an assumption which many modern people will question, namely that our value judgments can be objectively real, that things objectively and in themselves have different degrees of perfection, that it is more perfect to be a human being than to be a stone, for instance, or more perfect to get an A than to get an F. Assuming that that's so, we look at more or less perfect beings in the universe and we ask, if those value judgments are true, if one thing is more perfect than another, then there must be a standard of perfection. For instance, if you got an A minus and you got a B plus, the standard is 100. None of you quite got the standard, but the A minus got closer to it than the B plus. So if that standard isn't there, in place, valid, objectively true, we can't make relative judgments. Relative means relative to an absolute. So if you're a relativist, you have to be an absolutist, because you can't be a relativist and say that everything is relative to the relative. But an absolute standard of goodness, that sounds like God, something absolutely perfect. So the only way you can get out of that argument, I think, is to become a value subjectivist, to say that there's no objective chain of perfection or standard of value. Because if there is, there has to be the absolute being that's the standard of it.